Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of
my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
It's not true.
With liars, 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 with liars.
My experience tells me that you should want a leader who can tell the truth.
When y'all go home and you're talking to your buddies and they say, he wants to take my gun away. You've heard it here. I'm on television, so everybody knows it. I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in people's lawful right to bear arms. I will not take your shotgun away. I will not take your rifle away.
That means no more illegal wiretapping of American citizens. No more national security letters to spy on citizens who are not suspected of a crime. No more tracking citizens who do nothing more than protest a misguided war. No more ignoring the law when it is inconvenient. That is not who we are.
That's why the first thing I will do when I am president is call in my Attorney General and have he or she review every executive order to determine which of those have undermined civil liberties, which are unconstitutional, and I will reverse them with a stroke of a pen. When there's a bill that ends up on my desk as president, you, the public, will have 5 days to look online and find out what's in it before I sign it, so that you know what your government's doing. I taught the Constitution for 10 years. I believe in the Constitution, and I will obey the Constitution of the United States. And my opinion is that that the Second Amendment is probably an individual right and not just a right of a militia. And I think that's where I expect the Supreme Court to rule. I think that is a fair reading of the text of the Constitution. And so I respect the right of lawful gun owners to hunt, fish, protect their families. I respect that.
Does your plan cover the estimated 12 million or so illegal immigrants in the country?
It does not. We're going to lead by shutting down Guantanamo and restoring habeas corpus in this country so that we offer them an... So, look, I have said repeatedly that there should be no contradiction between keeping America safe and secure and respecting our Constitution. Let me say it as simply as I can. Transparency and the rule of law will be the touchstones of this president.
You don't say.
I am less interested in passing out blame than I am in learning from and correcting these mistakes to make us safer. For ultimately, the buck stops with me. My job is to solve problems, not to stand on the sidelines and carp and gripe. There are still too many Republicans in Congress who have refused to listen to the voices of reason and compromise. These are bills that Congress ran up. But, you know, we've been a little bit lazy, I think, over the last couple. And one of the things I think the next president has to do is to stop fanning people's fears. You know, if we spend all our time feeding the American people fear and conflict and division, then they become fearful and conflicted and divided. And if we feed them hope and we feed them reason and tolerance, then they will become tolerant and reasonable and hopeful. And that, I think, is one of the most important things that the next president can do.
It's like a sauna in here.
Is try to bring us together and stop trying to fan the flames of division that have become so standard in our politics in Washington. That's the kind of experience, by the way, that we need to put an end to. We don't mind the Republicans joining us. They can come for the ride, but they got to sit in back. And you see folks waving tea bags around.
What I believe is that marriage is between a man and a woman.
As far as why, what in your religious faith calls you to be against gay marriage?
What I believe in my faith is that a man and a woman, when they get married, are performing something before God.
When Congress offers you a bill, do you promise not to use presidential signage to get your way?
Yes. I believe in the Constitution and I will obey the Constitution of the United States. We're not going to use signing statements as a way of doing an end run around Congress.
No. Yes.
But you know where I stand. You know what I believe. You know I tell the truth.
Oh, but I have. Every single word.
No más pantalones.